Feroz, unmute.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the webinar organized by WZCC Chamber of Commerce Ladies Wing, WZCC We. My name is Daruwalla, and I'm the chairperson of this beautiful, wonderful Ladies Wing. March is a very special month. It is a month of spring when life and environment starts to bloom. Therefore, it is just apt that a day of this month is selected for International Women's Day. And the whole month becomes a celebration to showcase the power and essence of the life giver, and that's a woman. We often hear that it is essential to move with the times. But in this age of technology, we seem to be zooming with time in all directions. The world today is evolving so fast, we seem to be pressurized from all directions, physically, mentally, emotionally, but above all, socially. It is this social pressure which is causing an imbalance in our life, and we seem to be struggling under its pressure every day. And in order to find some balance, we have here today two yoga veterans to assist us. Sorry. One of them is our very own committee member, Villie Daruwalla, who's always championed the cause of women and has been an integral part of our Ladies Wing. And her companion is Swami Saraswati. Both of them are from Bihar School of Yoga. So friends, you can either bring out your yoga mats and follow them, or just sit back and listen and absorb their guidance. I'm positive it will be beneficial. So let's get started. Persis, may I request you to take this forward, please?
Good day to every one of you, our viewers across the globe. Today's session is being conducted by Swami Nirmalananda Saraswati from the Bihar School of Yoga and by Villie Daruwalla. Dr. Swami Nirmalananda Saraswati, MBBS, DA, MD, Mumbai, was born in 1952 in Mumbai, India. She completed her medical studies in 1978 and worked as a consultant anesthesiologist in Mumbai hospitals until 1997. Her association with Swami Satyananda Saraswati began in 1986, and in 1997 she was initiated into the Purna Sannyasa by Swami Niranjanananda Saraswati. Until 2014, she was based at the Bihar School of Yoga, Munger. Dr. Swami Nirmalananda has taught and lectured extensively in yoga, particularly applied yogic science, and coordinates the research work of the Yoga Research Foundation. Villie Daruwalla is a graduate in BCom, BGL, and has done her DMS. She has also completed her Master's in Avesta Studies. Villie is a practitioner of the Satyananda Yoga tradition since 2009. She is a member of our WZCC, which Feroz has already mentioned. She teaches business communication as an adjunct faculty at a global business school in the Mumbai campus. We welcome them to start the session. Over to you, Swami Nirmalananda Saraswati.
This is our greeting. Means I go down to the higher force. I want to speak with you. So with that, I start the session. To be frank, I'm so happy today to be with this beautiful community who is always laughing, jovial, and who have very high moral values. And all over world, Parsis are respected very much. So I'm very happy that I have an opportunity to be with you people. We'll start with what we call Shanti part, which Shanti means peace and part is some mantras. And the short one that we are going to do now, it is only to invoke the energy that the teacher and the group of students, we work together, we live together, we work together, and the prayer is that let our effort be very fruitful and let us not be jealous of each other. That is the meaning of this small little Sanskrit chant, which I will do, because that's our tradition. So sitting comfortably wherever you are, in the chair or on the ground, on the cot, wherever you are. If you can sit cross-legged, wonderful. Otherwise, whatever way you are sitting, fine. We usually keep our hands in a mudra. So the first finger is touching the root of the thumb and the other three fingers are straight. And either the palm is turned upwards or downward, both is fine. And the hands are sitting on your knees, wherever it is. Or it can be in your lap, whatever is comfortable to you. Make sure the spine is erect and eyes are gently closed. Try to relax your whole body and try to bring a very gentle smile on your face. When you bring a smile on your face, on our face, there's a kind of little joy felt within, little happiness felt within. Feel that. Keeping the spine straight, not tight, but straight. Observe the body with closed eyes, part by part, and make sure that there is no tightness or discomfort in any area of the body. If there is, try to release that discomfort. And now make the body very stable, steady, no movement, motionless. Watch your breath. Watch each ingoing and outgoing breath. What sensations it creates, the flowing air. What sensation it creates within your body, in the nostrils, in the throat, and down into the chest. And as it moves out again in different areas, how do you feel that air flow? What is the rate of your breathing? Is it fast? Is it slow? Are you breathing deep or it's a shallow one? Is it regular or is it irregular? Watch everything about your breath. And as you are observing your breath, you realize that your mind is also settling down. It is becoming calmer. There are less thoughts crossing the mind. There are less distractions within the mind. Now, gather your awareness in front of your eyes, on a point between the two eyebrows. With your closed eyes, bring your focus at eyebrow center. And try to visualize a bright candle flame. If you can visualize, fine, otherwise imagine. Draw a picture, draw an outline a golden outline of a flame, of a jyoti, of a diya, deepak, candle, and fill it up with the golden, bright golden color. Keeping awareness focused on that symbol of jyoti, the flame. We'll chant Omkar 3 times. If you want to chant, fine. Otherwise, just listen. And then followed by Shanti mantras. Breathe in deeply. Om Sahna Bhavatu Sahno Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Let go of the symbol at eyebrow center and shift your awareness from eyebrow center onto the whole body. Become aware of the whole body and the environment around you. Any sound, any other sensation that you can catch with your closed eyes. Try to do that. And when the awareness is fully externalized, rub your palms together till they are warm. Put them over your closed eyes, on the eyelids, very gently, without any pressure. Feel the warmth. Blink the eyes 2-3 times, then open it and remove the hands. Hari Om Tat Sat. So I hope you felt little calmness and something nice, happy about yourself.
Swamiji, can I just say something before you start?
Yes.
Thank you very much for being here. And Swamiji was introduced as being my companion, but that's not the case at all. Swamiji is a Swami, and I'm just a disciple. I'm like absolutely nobody. So thank you very much. And just I had to do that because it was just something that I needed to say. Thank you so much. Okay.
Well, this is only humility on part of Villie. When I got initiated into yoga in '86, then Villie and I were together as disciples. I went on into sannyas mark. That's it. But otherwise, we are companion. Dress makes no difference. So it's just her humility. Anyway, so let's start. Now we are meeting on this occasion of birth centenary of our founder Guru, Paramhamsa Swami Satyananda Saraswati. And just little brief introduction about him and what he did for in the field of yoga. I would like you to know few minutes, and then we start with the practice. So he was born in Almora, Himachal Pradesh. And at the age of 6 years, he started getting out of body consciousness, that feeling that he's not in the body, he's somewhere out, which is a very high spiritual experience. And so right from the beginning, people knew the parents, family, and the saints traveling in that area, because Almora is a place where it comes on the way of Gangotri, Jamunotri, and whatnot in Himalayas. So many saints were passing by. So all of them said that he is a evolved spiritual soul. At the age of 16, he left the family home and in search of Guru. And at his age of 20, he found his Guru in Swami Shivananda Saraswati of Divine Life Society, Rishikesh. So when we see his life is in the slots of 20s. So this is first 20 years. Next 20 years, in that 12 years, he was in Guru's ashram. And couple of sentences that Guru mentioned about him that I will write to share you, because it gives you some idea about his personality. That he worked so hard that Swamiji, his Guru, Swami Shivanandaji, used to say that Satyam, that was his name that time. Satyam works for the four people. He alone does the work equal to four people. So he is that, dedicated and doing so much of karma yoga. And second thing he said was that he has the Nachiketa qualities. Now you may not be knowing who is Nachiketa. Nachiketa, it comes in the Sanatan Dharma, Hindu Dharma's spiritual side. He was a young boy of 6 years when he encountered Yamaraj, the god of death and god of dharma. Yamaraj is dharma, duty ke. Dharma means not religion, but what is righteous, that is dharma. So he is Dharma Raja, and he's a lord of death. And with his interaction with the Lord Yama, he gets a lot of spiritual teachings. So, though at young age he was very persistent in, I want to know this, like that. So Satyam also had that quality. He was persistent to progress in spiritual life. That is why he was called Nachiketa of those era. This time. And at the end of 12 years, Guru asked him to gave him mandate, spread yoga door to door and shore to shore. So with that order from Guru, he started his journey. 8 years he went around in India and in neighboring countries and realized what is required and studied also scriptures on yoga science. And then with one spiritual experience, he understood that he has to settle down and start a mission, what his guru had asked him to do. And that is when he started Bihar School of Yoga, from where I come, from where Villie belongs. So that is how the Bihar School of Yoga was started. And what is his contribution in the field of yoga? So we see, and if those of you who are practicing yoga and know about our books, you will know that Asana Pranayama Mudra Bandh was written by him. And that book shows how he has classified the difficult, the presentation in scriptures are very difficult for us to understand. So he has simplified, made the practices presented that he shows 1,000 part 1, part 1, 2, and 3. Each has few asanas in it, 5 to 10 asanas in it. We take a taste of it in a few minutes now. Similarly, I am also classified. The most important contribution of his in field of yoga is yoga nidra. Nidra means sleep. But in Yoga Nidra, you don't sleep. You keep awake. You are relaxed. Your eyes are closed. Onlooker will feel you are sleeping, but you are not sleeping. You are awake. And what? In sleep, your body relaxes. But many times the mind is working, dreams or thoughts, and so many things are going on in the mind. So there is no deep relaxation in normal sleep. But in Yoga Nidra, when you practice it few times, you will realize that there is a relaxation not at body level, but at mental, mind level, at emotion level, and also at subconscious mind level. All that level, that is relaxation. And today we will take you through that experience. Of course, time is limited, so it will be very short mini Yoga Nidra. And but on our website it is available. You could also practice with that. So that these are, and also meditation practices. He is simplified and presented in a stage-wise, step-wise manner, so that we can practice Antarmaun, we can practice Ajapa Japa very easily. So these are his contribution in yoga. And he really moved from one place to another, constantly spreading yoga and having residential yoga courses at Munger right from beginning. And along with yoga, he also started sannyas tradition. So his first disciple in yoga was a lady. His first sannyasin disciple was also a lady. And those days, sannyas for women was not practiced. Nobody was giving sannyas to women. He was the first person who started giving sannyas to women. And another thing that he did while he was in Munger was he also initiated foreigners. And not only Hindus and Sanatan Dharma practitioners, but Christians, Muslims also, Jews. And he had his centers all over world. South America, North America, Middle East, in Arabian countries, Dubai, Egypt, Iran, everywhere, even Far East, Japan, Korea, Australia, New Zealand. We name a country and he had gone there, taught there, and had centers and disciples and even sannyasins of those countries. So that is his contribution in the field of yoga. But I mentioned that he is only 20, his cycles are 20 years. So after 20 years, he felt that yes, he has fulfilled his guru's mandate. He said, now I have to go on my personal journey to go higher, develop my consciousness spiritually. And he started. Again, he got a mandate somewhere. He got a spiritual in Trambakeshwar. He got the spiritual vision, and he settled in Jharkhand, Rikhia. And there he, of course, did lots of sadhana. I won't go into that detail. And from Paramhans stage, he went into Avadhuta stage. Means it's spiritually very highly evolved. Sannyas, Paramhans, Avadhut. So he reached that. And when he died also, he died consciously. He said, I'm going now, evening. He said, today I'm going. And within 2-3 hours, he sat, chanted Om 3 times, and that's it. Gone. So he chose how to die, when to die. And he died not lying down with tubes here and there, but chanting Om. But while in Rikhia, apart from doing sadhana, what he did very important was he practiced and he inspired all of us, the devotees, of Shivananji's Ashtanga Yoga, means 8 limbs of yoga that Shivananji had introduced. Is first 3 steps I will say: serve, love, give. If I turn around, you can see it on my t-shirt. Serve, love, give. So serving the society, lifting up that Santhal area, which is very downtrodden. If there were 3 women in the house, like mother, daughter-in-law, and daughter, there'd be only 1 sari, and they all will be inside the house. If woman has to step out, then she will wear a sari, come out, and if the other one has to come out, the first one will go back, take out the sari, give her, and she will come. That was the stage of poverty. And he lifted the womanhood. He worshipped. He taught how to worship, how to respect women, how to respect elderly, how to make them financially independent. I mean, the projects and the children, not only education, but computer education, English, Sanskrit chanting, Sanskrit speaking, everything. So I stop here with his story. Of course, I have taken long than what I had planned. We start with the asana practice that we are relating. Now, before starting any strong asanas, all of us, whether young or elderly, must prepare the body. And that is Pavanmuktasana part 1 series, which we will see. It is also, in short, you can say that Ayurveda has 3 dosha: Kapha, Vata, and Pitta. Mucus, Vata is gas, and Pitta is acidity. So these 3 Pavanmuktasana part 1, 2, and 3 are dealing with these 3 dosha of Ayurveda, to how to remedy it. And Pavanmuktasana part 1, which we are going to practice today, 1 or 2, just the example, is Vata dosha. And basically it is moving all the joints of the body. Because when the joints are in good health, not only your mobility is good, but what we call in yoga prana, the energy system within, the subtle energy that moves well with Pavanmuktasana part 1 series. And when your pranas are moving well, all the problems are sorted out. Your body can heal itself more efficiently. So though you are moving the hands and legs, Vata is also in this area. You are not moving that area, but still it gets corrected. So first we'll see Janu Naman. Janu means knee, Naman is bending it, bending and straightening it. So I'll go back a little bit so that you can see me doing it. And if when you are ready, we'll do 3 rounds. Actually, one should do 10 rounds, but we do only 3 rounds to save the time. So one should sit with legs stretched out. I hope you can see me with that. And pinch out your fingers under your knee, under your thigh, lower part of the thigh, in the right leg. Yeah. And then bring it close to your chest. Straighten it. But when you straighten, don't move back. One. So, and don't keep the heel on the ground. You are not resting the leg on the ground throughout. It is couple of inches or 3 inches away from ground. 2 and 2. So when we bring it close, naturally the stomach and chest is getting compressed. So you're breathing out and now breathing in. With eyes closed, the key point is awareness. Whenever you are doing any asana practice, your total awareness should be on that part where the movement is happening, which muscles, which area of muscles are contracting, relaxing, or stretching. Is there any pain? Is there any discomfort, any tightness? If I'm moving the leg, what is happening to my lower back? Is there any strain? What is happening to my lower abdomen? Is there any strain or too much pressure? Or what is happening? I have to be aware of that. Okay, so you want to practice 3 rounds? We can do that. You have understood and you know what to do when. So stretch your legs out in front of you if you want to practice it. And if you are not able to practice now, if you are sitting on chair, just close your eyes and visualize as if you are doing it. Even that has the effect, some effect. So bend your right knee a little bit, interlock your fingers under your right thigh, just under the knee. Breathe in first, and as you breathe out, bring the knee close to the chest. And now breathing in, straighten the leg without putting it on the ground. Awareness fully within the body, what is happening, what is the breath like. Okay, now 2, bring the knee to close to the chest. And 2, straighten the leg. Breathing out, 3, knee to the chest. Breathing in, straight leg and relax. Let the leg be on the ground now. Remove your hands and interlock your fingers under the left knee. But before you start on the left side, just observe the distance between the right leg and left leg. How do you feel about it? Any lightness, any warmth, any energy, or any tiredness? What is the difference between the 2 legs? One has practiced, other one has not practiced. And now we'll do 3 rounds on the left side. Interlock your fingers under the left knee, under the left thigh. Bring it close, 1. Breathing in, straighten the leg, 1. Breathing out, 2. Breathing in, 2. 3. 3. And relax. With closed eyes, observe the effect of this asana. It is very good for knee arthritis or any pain in the knee. We'll do next one, which is Griva Sanchalan. Griva means your neck. Sanchalan is to move, moving the neck. Actually, it has 4 different asanas. First 3 we will not practice. I'll just show you one each time so that you know what it is. And the 4th one is the combination of the 3. So we are going to practice only 4th one. So first one is just bending the neck forward and backward. Now those who have cervical problem or have giddiness, vertigo, they should not practice forward bending of the neck. So normal people can do forward, backward, like this, simple. Okay. But those who have problem, what will they do? They will just do it against resistance. So instead of forward bending, they should try to bend it forward, give a counter pressure on the forehead. So I'm putting it a little above because of my basma makeup. But one can put it right in front of the forehead. It's like you are trying to bend it forward forcibly and your hand is preventing it. As a result, the muscle becomes stronger. No, don't allow the neck to come forward. You are putting a pressure. Like, see, I'm moving back. I'm trying hard to move it back. But no, my hand is preventing it. Same way, sideways. Second movement is sideways. Knee to the shoulder. Ear to the shoulder. Ear to the shoulder. But if I want to do it against resistance, like I'm trying to move, but my hand is preventing. I'm trying to move, hand is preventing. And the third one is rotation. So the chin is going from front to over the shoulder without neck bending forward or backward or anywhere. So these are the three movements, right? So we'll practice fourth one, which is full rotation. One, continuing back, forward, totally forward. 3 times and then 3 times counterclockwise. With eyes closed if possible. If not, if one is feeling giddy, one can keep the eyes open. But awareness should be in the neck area, shoulder area. What is happening? Where is the stretch? Where is the contraction of the muscle? Pressure. Observe everything and do at your own speed. What is happening to the breath? When is your body inhaling and when is it exhaling? I have not told you when to breathe in and when to breathe out. But body is intelligent. It will find its right way. So observe that. And when you are completed, relax. Now, why should we do this? Again, most of our nerves from brain to the whole body pass through the neck area. So the health of neck is very, very important. If our cervical vertebrae have problem, then giddiness, then numbness, the hands may not work well, or there are many things can go wrong. So this part also we should exercise well. Now there are whole series. We cannot do everything. But if you go through the book, it is online also. You will know it. It's very easy to understand, follow the book and do it also. And otherwise you can have a teacher online or coming to your place. Now another one which is very good for our good health and to improve our prana. Why should we work on prana, on our energy? Yeah, so simple reasons, and there are many. One thing is, if our energy system is in good health and it is moving well, like if blood is moving, circulating well, Your body is more healthy, it can work well. Similarly, energy system should also circulate well, no obstruction. So that is why we should work on asana and pranayam so that our energy system is healthy, balanced, and it can circulate without any obstruction. One thing. Second thing, if your energy system is imbalanced or obstructed somewhere, the flow is obstructed, your mind will be affected. Not only your body will be affected and will not be healthy or cannot function very well, but also your mind. Do you agree? Have you experienced that? When you are extremely angry, what happens? You tremble at times, no? Not physically tremble like this much, but you feel like you are trembling inside. Your heart is going tuck, 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 tuck. And even if it is a lot of joy, there is some feeling inside of energy, either up or down. If you are depressed, though you have eaten well, nutritious food, still you feel there is no energy. I'm tired. No, why? Because energy and mind has a very close relationship. And if you change your mood, your energy will change. You change your energy system, your mood will change. Our Swamiji says that emotion, what is emotion? Energy in motion is emotion. So you can understand how deeply the prana affect our mind and our emotions. That is why all these simple looking asanas are so important. Another simple looking asana I will tell, and then we'll stop the asana practice, though I'm running very, very late, but I don't know where to cut down. Sorry. So another is a group of body stretching asanas. It is called a combination of three asanas. In short, we call it TTK, but it stands for Tadasana. Tada means palm tree. So you are stretching your body upwards. The vertebral column is stretched up like a palm tree. So Tadasana, Tiryak Tadasana. Tiryak means bent, Tera, you know. So you are moving the body like this. I'll show you. And Kati Chakrasana. Kati means your waist, Chakra is your movement. So I'll quickly show one round of each, and we'll practice only Tadasana. Why these are important? Because once, okay, we have worked on our arms and our legs. Now, what about spine? We moved a little bit in Kriya Sanchalan, but the other spine we have not moved. So the health of spine is also equally important, because nerves are going from all over the spine to the body. So there are how many movements of spine? One is stretching, lateral bending, forward bending, and backward bending. Last is inverted and rotation. 6. Stretch, lateral bend, twist, forward bend, backward bend, and ulta, inverted. Yes. So this TTK will cover 3 of them. And it is recommended that in morning, early morning, the moment you get up, brush your teeth and then drink 2 glasses of normal water, not cold, either at room temperature or maybe lukewarm. That's it, not hot. Drink quickly and do this 3 asana. That will cleanse your digestive system well. And when digestive system is working well, the digestive fire is good, then overall your health is good. So that is why we call it TTK solution, where the whole process of drinking water quickly and doing this asanas quickly, TTK solution, and every morning one should do it. and then have shower and everything else, and then practice yoga if you wish to. So I'll just show the asanas quickly and we'll practice one. Now, because I am not seeing the full length, I'll show how the hands are and then I get up and show how the legs are. So hands are in Tadasana are interlocked, put over the head and stretched up. Huh? But you are standing, not sitting on these like me. But because otherwise you can't see my hand going up, that is I'm showing you now. Now Tadasana is interlocking the fingers in front, then putting over the head, palms up. And as you breathe, now focus your eyes onto one point in front of you. Because this is a balancing asana. Balancing asana, if you are not focused, you tend to lose the balance. So that then you breathe in, come up on your toes and stretch the whole body fully. Full stretch. Try to touch the sky. Even my balance is not so good. So I'm moving a little bit. And then as breathing out, come down, heels also on the ground and hands on the head. 2, up, up, up. And 2, come down. Now, if you are practicing, observe what is happening, trying to balance. Which muscles are twitching? What trying? And what is happening? How deep the breath goes? Where is the stretch now? Because the whole body is being stretched. So everywhere there will be some effect. Whole body, back of the thighs, the calf, and the small twitchings in the muscle trying to keep the balance. You have to watch that, be aware of it. Because where the awareness goes, the prana goes there. Or where the prana is rushing, the awareness will be taken there. Suppose there is a hurt here. I've cut my finger with a knee while cutting the vegetables. Again and again my mind will go there because all the blood and prana are rushing there to heal that area, small little cut. So the pranas are going there and so my awareness will keep going there. The other way now, if you take your awareness somewhere, your mind will go, your energy will go, and if energy is going there, your mind will go. They are like husband and wife. They are always together. So this is what TTK solution. Now we stop the asanas here. There are many good ones which one should every day do, but these are the some asanas which every person is required to do. Now, pranayama. Pranayama will do, and then I talk about how much we have. Up to 7:49 already. So I was trying to look to pranayams, but I do one, and it's Samari pranayam, and which is Shodhan is only part of nose breathing in and out, in through left, out through right, in through right, out through left. That is pranayam, Nadi Shodhan. But we'll practice Brahmari, which calms down the mind. And those who have difficulty in sleeping, they can sleep well with that pranayam. It is also very good for high blood pressure people. but basically it calms down the mind and brings the mind to focus. So before meditation, or even for students, for young boys and girls, before they sit down for study, primary pranayama is good. So in this, we close the flap of the ear with fingers. So don't put the fingers into the ears because it might hurt. Your nails can hurt inside. So that small little flap is pushed in to close the ears. The elbows are straight out, not like this. No. The chest should be fully open because it's pranayama. Then breathe in deeply. When you breathe in deeply, see, first the abdomen will fill up and then the chest will fill. That is deep breathing. So every pranayama, it is always done with deep breathing, or what we call yogic breathing. If you can't do yogic breathing, or if you are tired doing it for a few breaths, then at least do your abdominal breath, not chest breathing. Normally, all the muscular people, they are breathing through chest. It is less efficient. When you breathe in through abdomen, like abdomen is moving up and out and in, like a small child, toddler sleeping, you'll see only abdomen moving. That's more physiological, more efficient for cleansing of blood. So breathe in with abdomen moving out and then chest filling in. And breathe out very, very slowly with humming sound. And that sound you have to try to hear within the skull, within the head. Eyes closed. Experience this pranayama. Breathe in deeply, and as you breathe out, make a humming sound. Last round at your own speed. And when you are finished, keep your eyes closed and keep feeling that vibration within the head for a little while. Become aware of the effects of this pranayama. How do you feel? How is your mind? And then open your eyes. Hariam Tat Sat. Now practices are unending. There are many practices. But I'll briefly tell you about the yogic lifestyle, which is very important for us. In Bihar School of Yoga, yogic lifestyle is the main thing. Practices, we can do half an hour, 1 hour a day, maybe 2 hours a day. And then all other 22 hours, we are living very haphazardly, very undisciplined life. And that takes us nowhere. The effect of that 1 or 2 hours of yoga practices are washed out. So does that mean that all 24 hours we are doing yoga? No. But there are certain principles, yogic principles, which we should be following all the time. And the simple ones you already know, so I'll just say 1, 2, 3 in that and not discuss much about it, are getting up early, before sunrise, be regular in your eating habit, regular time, regular type of food and regular quantity of food, moderate, balanced diet, balance your physical and mental activity, not that you are doing only mental and no physical, or only physical and no mental. That will not do. There has to be a balance. if not 50-50, at least 70-30 or 80-20. There has to be some physical activity for all intellectuals also. Have a hobby, spend time with family, spend time with nature. These are the common things about lifestyle which everyone knows. What is other important things according to yoga that I'm going to tell you in detail in few minutes. First one is when you get up in the morning from the bed, always come out with a positive mind. We recommend 3 mantras, Mahamrityunjay, Gayatri and Durga 32 names, but not necessarily everyone should do it. You can do your own prayer. You can choose some good thoughts and have that prayer, or whichever, if you are believing in certain religion or certain teachings, then their prayer. But always wake up with that prayer. So we start the day with positive note. That is important. And then, of course, TTK solution. Once you are awake, then make sure you drink. And that used to be our ancestral practice also. If I don't know if you all know it, that in a copper vessel they will put water and drink that. Overnight that water is kept in the copper vessel and early morning it is drank. Ushapan is the word for that. Usha means early morning. So 50K, then have your yoga practices and then start your day with breakfast and all that. With your office or household work, whatever our duty to do. So at least spend half an hour on yourself. Yoga, puja, prayer, spiritual practice, whatever you are doing. Or even gym. If you don't like yoga, gym. Some discipline has to be there, which will keep you physically fit and also help you mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So that half an hour, 1 hour, you must have in the morning. And once you have your activity, regular time lunch, regular time dinner. Now, those people know that in Jain community they eat at around sunset or before sunset, and that's a very good practice. Yoga also says that. Of course, it may not be very practical for many of us, but at least in other words, the dinner should be light and as early as possible, not at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. and the most heavy meal of the day. No, the body cannot digest and it leads you to many diseases and many other harms. It is said breakfast is like emperor, lunch is like king, and dinner should be like a pauper. And timing also, because our digestive power goes up with the sun movement, so peak at lunchtime and then it comes down. That then evening, once you are back from the office or you have finished your household work, more or less your day's work are finished, then have relaxation of yoga nidra. And in morning practice also I said everything. So asana pranayam followed by meditation, little meditation or mantra jap if you have mantra. Evening yoga nidra before dinner. Then after dinner, whatever entertainment or whatever other family work you have finished that, bedtime. Now that is also very important time. You started the day with positive note and you end the day with positive note. So Bhramari Pranayam to calm down the mind. Then day's review. Quickly in 5 minutes, just observe what happened in that day. Say easy to divide it in hour or 2 hour slots and see what happened morning 6 to 7, what happened 7 to 8. Quickly, not more than 5 to 7 minutes. Because otherwise we tend to brood over negative things. So no, quickly and as a witness, as if you are watching a film, not yourself, but a film. So be passive, be a witness. And there you will learn what strength, what weaknesses in your personality have manifested that day. And then strength, of course, you try to strengthen, and weaknesses, just becoming aware of your weakness, you tend to repeat it less and less. If not, then you have to make some effort, some correction in your thinking pattern, in your behavior pattern to correct, come over that weakness. So you become better person by this review. It's a yoga practice. And at the end, then you should do a prayer, which we'll just see on the screen now. And at today's end of the session also, we do that Shanti mantras. We always do that in our session. So please show that slide. The words are, the first 3 lines are prayer for yourself. Asatoma Sangamaya, Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya, and Mrityurma Amritam Kamaya. Here the meaning is, we'll see the meaning little later. First, let us see the words. Then there is prayer for everybody. Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu. Sarvesham means sabko, for all. Swastir Bhavatu. Be good, be auspicious. Swasti. Be auspicious, things happen to them. Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu. Let peace to be everyone. Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu. Purnam means completeness. Let there be completeness in everyone's life. Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu. Mangalam means something very good. So you are praying for everybody. And Lokaha Samastaha. Everyone. Samasta, everyone. Sukhino Bhavantu. Sukhiho. Be happy, be, without any problems. And then there is Mahamrityunjay mantra, which is for health and well-being of everybody. So now in the next slide, we'll see the meaning which I just explained. Next slide, please. Yes. So from us, your own prayer is from unreality lead to me reality. Asat, asat is unreal to sat. Ignorance to enlightenment, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, and mortality to immortality. It does not mean I can live in this body forever, not that. But I'm mortal. The body is mortal, but my soul is immortal. So let me be in touch with my soul. That is mortality to immortality. So my concepts of myself doesn't remain within the body, but it can expand to my immortal soul. And then I already explained good to all and all that. So why this prayer? And when you do days review, you also realize that, oh, that person did that bad to me, or I made this mistake, or all that. So you have to erase everything. And when you pray for that person, who has not behaved well with you, that the grudge or negativity that you have in your heart, expressed or not expressed, it will become dilute or it will go away. And it's like, yeah, if he has done it, is his problem. Let me be good with him, and my goodness will increase goodness in him and will be good to me and good to others also. So like this, you are spreading goodness, you are spreading positive vibration to everybody. And you will stay happy, no? If you have on your slate, there are so many scratches, it looks ugly. But if you have erased all those negative things, it looks beautiful. The picture that comes out is more beautiful. That is why it is important that you pray for everybody. Whether your loved ones, of course, you will pray. but also people who are not so good with you, also you remember them and pray for them. And that is how you end the day. Hari Om Tat Sat, and I'm sorry I took too long a time. Now we will explain something and give you a beautiful practice, Yoga Nidra. We'll go on a little longer, huh? I'm sorry, but
is that okay? Just a little, because I'll just speak for about, say, a few minutes, 5 minutes, and then I'll start the Yoga Nidra practice. Okay? So thank you, Swamiji. That was lovely listening to you. And now I'm going to be talking, to continue from where Swamiji left off. I'm going to talk about one yama. And a yama is nothing but an internal quality which we need to develop. So Patanjali, in the Patanjali Sutras, there are a number of yamas and niyamas, but we are going to have a different yama, which is, more particular to the Bihar school of yoga. So the yama is mana prasad, or happiness. So now when we, first of all, let me start by saying I'm happy to be here today, since I'm going to talk about happiness, and it's just a very good feeling. Now we seem to equate happiness with, we will be happy at some date in future when we achieve something or we possess something. So it's always something external that we're looking for to give us happiness. However, happiness, once we get that thing, it's again, it somehow leaves you dissatisfied. So that happiness is very fleeting, doesn't really stay with us. And again, we begin to feel that emptiness, or that feeling that, you might fear losing something. And again, that whole state of happiness is lost. And we generally equate happiness with more with pleasure on sense gratification, rather than the happiness that should come from within. Now, what is the reason for this? Why are we not able to feel this happiness, which is naturally present within ourselves, within the core of ourselves? And if we could feel that happiness, then that would be something else altogether, and that would be real happiness. Now, one of the reasons is because we are so disconnected from our own selves. We just don't have the time to spend some time knowing ourselves, going within, trying to find out who we really are. We don't really know ourselves, and we really don't have the time for it because of the stresses that, ordinary life brings. And also because of the bombardment of social media, we are so hooked on to our phones, to everything else, our gadgets, that we really have no time to connect with our own selves. And we are also disconnected from others because of that. So we're not only disconnected within ourselves, but we are disconnected from others. And we have this sense of isolation, or this sense of loneliness, which is very pervasive in these days. Now, one of the small ways that we can, bring about changes in our lives is that, okay, before going to bed, maybe 1 hour before that, disconnect, or we leave our phones aside. We don't look at our phones. And that would give us that space to be with ourselves, to be in silence, to unwind, and then, prepare for a good sleep, because that is very essential for our happiness. And then we have a good undisturbed sleep, and we get up early in the morning in a positive frame of mind. Again, we keep away from our phones. So we try to increase our digital fasting, as we call it, and keep away from these kind of distractions, so that we could be happier as we start the day, and then maybe, prolong that period. That's one of the ways. And now, being happy also involves not losing our sense of balance. We need to keep our sense of balance no matter what is happening around us. In the external world, you might be facing a crisis, you might have other, disturbances. The whole idea is to keep a balance within. Keep your inner stillness, keep your core very strong, so that nothing can shake you in life. And that is a feeling of inner bliss, inner peace, you can say, the faith, the confidence in yourself and in divinity or whatever, any power that you believe in. And that also is the kind of happiness that we need to move towards. Now, Swami Niranjananand says that if we can be happy for 24 hours in a day, or at least for our waking hours, then we could achieve the highest state of yoga. We don't need anything else. Because in that state, then you're going to be in a constant state of bliss. You like transcended, that's ananda, which is different from just happiness. And that is something that, will be with you throughout. Now, we might ask ourselves, how can we achieve it as, ordinary human beings? But we can start with awareness. As Swami Nirmalananda had also mentioned, awareness is very important, and awareness from moment to moment. So the minute we feel that we are feeling disturbed or we are about to lose our temper, we can just initially be aware that, oh, this is happening to me again. Initially, we will not be able to change that. You can't bring about changes overnight, but you can at least be aware each time you react instead of responding. And, give yourself that little feedback saying, okay, next time I'm going to do a little better for myself. And then you can change that, make some conscious changes. Maybe you want to change your anger. And so you can, the next time you can kind of change things, react a little less, and give yourself a little time, stand back, and then respond in the right way. And then this conscious change will lead to unconscious change, and then you move forward. So awareness is going to be very important. Awareness of everything in every moment. Even if I'm moving my hand just now, I should be aware that I'm moving my hand. So if we can live with awareness, then we are utilizing every moment, and we have the power to change. We have the power, we will have control over ourselves. By control, I mean that at least we will be able to do something to change ourselves. And once we change from within, we will be able to give out those vibrations, as Swami Nirmalananda said. It has a ripple effect. So our relationships will change within our family, with our, colleagues at work, our teammates, and then also our neighbors, friends, and society at large. So we can live in harmony. It is a kind of happiness, a kind of unity with others. We'll feel that sense of connectedness, that we are all one. And we will feel that divinity not only within ourselves, but in everyone we meet. And we'll be smiling more, we'll be greeting other people, and the whole atmosphere around us can change. So if we change, everything around us automatically changes. We don't need to do anything, because we can never change others, right? So we can only change ourselves. And yes, so with this thought, I'll end here and start with our practice of Yoga Nidra. Now, before I start the practice, Swamiji has already briefed us on Yoga Nidra, but there will be a sankalp that we will need to take in between. So I just want to brief you. A sankalp is nothing more than an affirmation or a resolution, that something that you want to achieve for yourself. And it has to be stated. It's just a simple sentence like, I am in good health, if you want good health. And you will say it in the present tense as if it has already taken place. And you will say it with full faith and conviction. Because, when we go into Yoga Nidra, we reach a state of a level of consciousness where our mind is in a very receptive state. So if we put this kind of sankalp into the mind at that state, it is bound to come true or bound to fructify, right? So think of a sankalp, anything, it could be anything, it could be simple. And we have to keep saying the sankalpa every time till you actualize it or till you realize it and achieve success. So let's start with the practice. Those who wish to lie down may lie down in Shavasana, and spread your legs apart, shoulder width apart, hands beside you, with the palms facing upwards. For those who are sitting, you can just sit in a relaxed position with your hands on your knees and your whole body relaxed. And gently close your eyes. And do not open your eyes till I ask you to do so. Now become aware of your body and relax it completely. If you feel any kind of strain in any part of your body, go to that part and relax it. If you need to make any adjustments, you can do so now, because after this, we are going to keep our bodies as still as possible. Now look at yourself in one glance and see your body, your entire body in one glance as one unit. Observe yourself in this relaxed position. Now gently shift your awareness to your breathing, your normal, natural breathing. You do not need to change the rhythm of your breath in any way, but just watch every breath that you take in and out. Do not miss a single breath. And let this breath awareness deepen your relaxation. Now let go of your awareness of the breath and listen to the sounds around you. Listen to all the different sounds that you can hear. Focus first on one sound and listen to that without analyzing the sound in any way or trying to probe as to where it's coming from. Simple awareness of the sound. And once you have listened to that, move on to the next sound. And listen to that, and then keep moving on from sound to sound. Now, shift your awareness from the louder sounds that you can hear around you to the subtle sounds, the sounds within your body, the sound of your breath. See if you can sensitize yourself to the sound of your breathing, the sound of your heartbeat, any of the sounds within you. Now, tell yourself, I'm about to practice Yoga Nidra, and I will keep my alertness and awareness throughout the practice. Shift your awareness to your eyebrow center and repeat your sankalp 3 times with full faith and conviction, knowing that a sankalp made during Yoga Nidra will always achieve success. Repeat your sankalp 3 times. Now we will rotate our awareness or consciousness through different parts of our body. All you need to do is follow my instructions as I call out the various parts. Repeat the name of the part mentally and go to that part and relax it. Bring your awareness to the right side of your body. to your right hand, to the right thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, palm of your hand, back of your hand, right wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, right shoulder, armpit, right side, waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, ankle, heel, the sole of your right foot, top of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. The whole of the right leg, the whole of the right arm, the whole right side of your body completely relaxed and as a single unit. Now bring your awareness to the left side of your body. The left thumb, first finger, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, palm of your left hand, back of the hand, wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, left shoulder, armpit, left side, waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, left ankle, heel, sole of the foot, top of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. The whole left leg, the whole of the left arm, the whole left side of your body, which is completely relaxed, and glance at it as one unit. Now, bring your awareness to the back of your body. Right heel, left heel. Right calf, left calf. Right buttock, left buttock. The whole back, the lower back, the upper back, the whole of your spinal column, back of the neck, back of the head. The whole backside of your body in one glance as one unit. Now bring your awareness to the front of your body. Top of the head, forehead, right temple, left temple, right eyebrow, left eyebrow, center of the two eyebrows, right eye, left eye, right ear, left ear, right nostril, left nostril, tip of the nose, the whole nose, right cheek, left cheek, upper lip, lower lip, chin. The whole of the face as one unit. The neck, the chest, the right side of the chest, the left side of the chest, the center of the chest, the whole chest, the abdomen, the upper abdomen, the navel, the lower abdomen, the whole stomach, the top of the two legs, the whole front side of the body. The whole front side of the body completely relaxed as a single unit. The whole right side of the body, the whole left side of the body, the whole body, the whole body, the whole body is completely in a state of relaxation. Feel the relaxation in the entire body. Now let go of the awareness in different parts of the body and bring your awareness to the eyebrow center and repeat your sankalpa 3 times the way you did at the start of the practice with full faith and conviction in the same words and the same sentence. Repeat it 3 times mentally. Now we are about to end our practice of Yoga Nidra. Become aware of your body. Visualize the position of your body mentally. Become aware of the contact points of your body with the floor. Listen to the sounds around you. Become aware of the place you're sitting in, the room, the objects within the room, and externalize your consciousness and gradually keep externalizing your consciousness. And when you feel ready, you can make gentle movements in your toes, in your legs, in your fingers, in your hands. Move your head gently from one side to the other. And sit comfortably. For those who are lying in Shavasana, turn to one side, then to the other side. And turning to one side, sit up in any comfortable position. Do not open your eyes. What we will do is keep our hands on our knees in Chin or Gyan Mudra. And we will chant 3 Om chants all together, followed by Shantipat. Visualize a Jyoti in your eyebrow center. And keeping our awareness on this steady flame, we will chant Om 3 times. Breathe in deeply for the first Om chant. Om. 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 Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrityurma amritam gamaya, sarvesham swastir bhavatu, sarvesham shantir bhavatu, sarvesham purnam bhavatu, sarvesham mangalam bhavatu, loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Trayambakam yajamahe sugandhim pushtivardhanam urvarukamiva bandhanat mrityur mukshiyamamrita. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Keeping your eyes closed for a little while, feel the vibrations caused by the chanting and by the mantras within your body and around you. Mentally go through the practices that we did during this session and feel the effects of the practices on your body, mind, emotions, your head, heart, and hands. And when you feel ready, bring your palms together and rub them to create warmth in them. And then place your palms over your eyes and feel the warmth moving from your hands into the eyes, the prana, the energy moving from your palms into the eyes, relaxing your eyes. And when you feel ready, blink your eyes, bring your hands down and gently open your eyes. Hari Om Tat Sat. So that brings us to an end of this presentation, and I will hand over to Natalie if there are any questions for Swamiji for me.
Thank you. If you have questions, you can put them in the chat and we'll see about them. I have a question I'll start with. Many times through the day, I have tasks that I want to undertake and get done. I want to charge through the day and take care of my tasks. But I find that I get stalled, particularly in switching tasks. I get one thing done, and to get the next thing done, it takes me some time to get in the right mode of action for getting it done. Swamiji and Villie, would you have thoughts on this, or what a yogi would say about this kind of hindrance in a daily life? Thank you.
Swamiji, would you like to start, please?
The question, like the voice was breaking so much. So you can repeat the question in brief.
Yes, I'm wondering about when you go through the day and you're doing different actions, different tasks that you intend to do, how can you become more efficient in switching from one, when you finish one task, and you have the next thing to do, it often takes me quite a while to do the second task. Now, why is that? How can I speed it up and become more efficient in getting to that second task? I have to spend too long thinking about the task before I actually take action. Do you have any ideas?
Yeah, let me think about it for a second. And
Okay.
meanwhile, if there is any question, they can ask. It is quite natural that you take time. It should not be too long, but it is always switching from physical to mental or from logical to intuitional activity or emotional activity always takes time, because one has to change the gear. Like, you know, if you are driving, you have to change the gear and it takes a few seconds to change the gear. Just like that, you have to change your mental setup for different tasks. So it is quite natural. But if it is too long, then maybe just chanting a prayer or chanting a om, some simple mantras, few times. It will take maybe 10 seconds to chant 3 ohms, 10 to 15 seconds. And then maybe your mind is in a different, is ready to deal with a different task. I think so.
I'll give
Try
it
it.
a
Can I
try.
add something to this a little?
Sure.
What works for me actually is breath awareness. So, you know, if you just, what you can do is just close your eyes for a few seconds and then just follow your breath in and out of your nostrils first, or then slowly lengthen your breath. And what happens is when your mind is added to the breath, it brings it to one point, and then it gives you that space, and then you can very easily move on to the next part. Just do it for a little while, and you know that works also very well.
Yes, yes, similar thing. The
Similar to
principle
what
is
Swamiji
same.
said, either yeah,
Principle is same. Either you focus on breath or on mantra sound or, you know, something else, then neither of the task. Just little while for 15 seconds, 10 seconds, and
So
your mind is
that could be very calming.
and you know it will give you the space because the thoughts will stop. You will the previous task won't interfere and won't come into your next task. So you let go of the previous one and start focusing on the next one after your breath awareness, and you will move very smoothly. Try it. I mean, I think it should work.
I'll give it a try. Now, if people have questions, you can put them in the chat and I can offer them, you know. But I have plenty of questions more if nobody else has any. You know, Swami, when you were talking about the founder, you mentioned that he spent 8 years traveling and spreading his message to people. Now, I know that in other religions, people travel and proselytize. Is this what the founder was doing? How is he taking this message to people around him in his travels? How was he doing this? Was he trying to uplift them, or was he trying to recruit them into his way of thinking?
he was, first of all, he was trying to find out what are their difficulties, how they live, how they, you know, just to know them and what are their difficulties first. And depending on what he finds, he will answer them. Rather than giving a particular message, he was trying to explore what are the needs of the time and needs of the people. Because see, sannyasi living in ashram is a very secluded person. He doesn't know what's happening in the world outside, what are their problems and what can help them. He has to find a solution. So if he's not aware of the problems, how will? So mainly in parivrajak or the wandering life, sannyasi is trying to understand people, their culture. See, Indians will have different mentality, but Nepalis or in other countries, Korea, for example, the thinking pattern or the traditions may be different, and their and how to deal with them is little different, modified. So he was trying to explore that, understand them, and at the same time, whatever he finds, he will try to give the solution. There was no particular message apart from few points like serve, love, give. It is universal for everybody. Or as Villie said, breath. Now, what I said, mantra may not be applicable to all, others may not be open to it. But what Villie said was more appropriate, that breath everyone can relate and practice it. So, like that, to give them the solution from science of yoga rather than a particular one. That is what Parivrajak does.
Sounds very nice. It sounds like it would be fascinating to do that and to meet all the people and learn about them, understand them. Like you're saying, that would be very thrilling to do.
See, even political leaders have to do that. Actually, they should be doing to know
They
that
should be
people.
doing it. Yes.
Yeah, they should be doing, and not only come in car or airplane, visit one or two and go back. No, they have to go
Right.
to grassroots. Same thing. Okay.
Right. And when they are afraid of the people, then you know there's trouble. And so there has to be some kind of healing. Yes. So here's a question. What do each of you, Swamiji and Villie, what do you think about coffee? When I get up in the morning, I have to have something. I have to have my coffee. I have to get started. And sometimes these tasks that I want to undertake, I have to have 2 cups before I can face the task. Now, I don't think you mentioned anything like that in the morning time. Am I very wrong to rely on caffeine so much? I know that we had one, no, actually it's 2 recent American politicians who were known not to use caffeine, not to have it as part of their daily practice. And I admired them for that. But I still have it in my life. Am I very wrong to use it?
No, it's a question of habit. There is nothing wrong and nothing right. It's a question of habit. But it is good to come out of any habit, because habit is, after all, binding. Suppose you don't get somewhere, suppose you come to ashram and you don't get your coffee, then you are kind of paralyzed, you know. So it is better not to be dependent on it. It is good to enjoy it. We also have coffee sometimes in ashram, not that every day, but sometimes we have, and we relish it that time. But so something which you can relish but not be dependent, that's a good way. It's a freedom. And the way to achieve is to slowly change over. Suppose you are having a cup of coffee every day, say 7 a.m., then you make it 3/4 cup for a month, and then half. And you will see that slowly your dependence will become less. But today you decide, I'm not going to have coffee. You can survive for a couple of days, but third day, then you will be
Withdrawn.
so restless that you will have 2 cups. So that way it doesn't work. But gradually, if you wean off, you know, see, like in medicine also, if you are given some medicine, then many of the medicine, you are not asked to stop it like abruptly. From 3 tablets a day to 2 tablets, then 1 tablet, and then stop it. So like that, whatever you are used to, your habit, whether it's just any material substance or even thought, your pattern of thoughts, you have to slowly change over and bring it something different. So maybe for coffee, you can bring in some chocolate drink sometimes. Something similar, but not like that. Slowly change over, and you can.
Okay.
Let
Do you
me
want me
ask,
to?
what
Yes,
are the
sorry.
things, do we have another question on the floor?
I'd like to ask one thing to both Percy
We have
and
another
Swamiji.
answer, alternative answer, right?
Okay.
Sorry.
No, I would like to ask both of you about intermittent fasting that people are following these days. It is having a good effect on, I think we are creating a way of life of eating, focusing on what we eat, how we even drink water. And it has become a way of life for many of us. Is it good? Is it addiction, or is it a good way of life?
Shena, what exactly do you mean by intermittent fasting? From what I understand, it is a length of time we eat early in the evening, and then you delay your next meal for the next day. And that kind of have I understood this correctly?
About 12 hours in between, so that over a period of time, your meals get regulated. And also I find that it helps you to, you have control over self, and, you don't just binge on anything. So if you do it too much, they say it becomes an addiction. So I was wondering what it is, kind of. Swamiji, what do you think?
Swamiji, yeah.
So what is the aim behind intermittent fasting is very important. If it is only dieting and becoming slim, etc., one tends to overdo it, and then it may be nutritionally harmful, if it is done too much. But if you see our traditions, intermittent fasting was part of the many things. Like I don't know whether Parsis know about it, but Ekadashi fasting, on the 11th day. Like, it was related to certain patterns in the nature, certain festival, or like that. So then, because it's a very limited intermittent fasting, and with a certain aim, little higher aim than only physical health, it was good. It was good because many times we are overeating, overindulging, and it's a remedy for that. But again, too much, as Villie said, as too much of intermittent fasting is not good. So that is why it was linked to certain things. And then if you have control intermittent fasting, definitely it is good. It is good because when you fast, your system gets a rest, internal system, and it has time to rejuvenate. So it is good, provided it is within a limit, I think. Anything else?
Thank you.
You have to add.
Shmira, do you have a question?
Is fasting? Yeah, yes, this a question: is fasting good for diabetes? No. A doctor in me says no. But if again it's a spiritual thing, if you are doing with the spiritual aim of your self-control, etc., then
hello, namaste.
Means water.
I would like to ask you one question about breathing. Yeah, now, nobody teaches people that creating a vacuum in breathing is everything in yoga. Yoga is uniting with the divine.
Yes.
It's not yoga, firstly.
Yes.
Secondly, when you breathe out first, you're creating a vacuum. When you create a vacuum, you can take in more breath, especially with your tongue on the palate and keeping your attention on that. You can take in far more air into your lungs after creating a vacuum by breathing out first. Similarly, intermittent fasting also creates a sort of a vacuum in your abdominal system, in your digestive system. When you haven't eaten for several hours, your stomach is empty, but for the enzymes and the acids. When that happens, you create a hunger. And when that hunger is created, you can digest your food better when you eat it slowly. So vacuum is the most important thing, as I can see, and my opinion.
Your thoughts? Thank you.
Very good explanation. Cheru auntie, I don't know if I'm reading it correct. Very nice. You explained it more technically. I just said you are giving rest and it can function better, becomes rejuvenated. You explained it more technically and very nicely. Thank you. Yes,
Yasmin.
So talking of breathing, I get confused whether abdominal breathing is the right thing or breathing from the chest.
Abdominal breathing is always better.
Okay.
I can explain you it little more detail if you want. See, when we breathe, what we call abdominal breathing, that means the abdomen is moving out, but actually air is not going in the abdomen. Where air is going into the lower part of the lungs, right? And that is pushing the diaphragm down, and that is how abdomen moves out. It is pushed out. Now, when the air goes into the lower part of the lungs, the base of the lung more, it is more efficient in oxygenating the impure venous blood. Why? Because blood being liquid, it tends to follow the gravity, and there is more blood supply in the lower part of lungs than on the upper part. And air is lighter. So when we breathe in just normally with only chest, more air, more inhaled air, fresh air goes up, and less, comparative less, say 60-40. But blood is going more 60 down and 40 up. So there is an imbalance. But when we breathe abdominally, more air is pushed down and there is more blood there. So oxygenation is more efficient. That is why abdominal breathing is better than the chest breathing. Though the volume of air may be same, but it is more efficient.
Thank you.
I think we've had a great session today.
To answer more technically, rather than just saying the answer.
Okay, I want to thank everyone for today's session. I want to thank our support in the back, Yazdi, for recording this live for us, and for everybody who's done work to pull this session together. I'll have one more question, I think. The question I have to kind of wrap things up with, leave us thinking a bit, is Swamiji and Villie, given this great practice of yoga that you have pursued with such vigor in life, what is the thing you would like to see happen in the world with this, or what is on your mind for what you hope for the world? So that is my concluding question here. And let's see what you might say. Thank you.
Villie, you have to say anything or I start? No, you tell. You have something to say, I think.
You're muted. You're muted, Villie.
Villie?
And here.
Okay, so Swamiji, you go ahead and then I will give my perspective.
Okay. So, the intention of yoga, it's not mine or some individual, but the intention of yoga, especially the Bihar School of Yoga style, Bihar Yoga style or Satyanand Yoga style, intention is to uplift humanity at all levels, not only physical health, but mental and emotional and at every aspect, even spiritually. And that is why this point I never mentioned, but now if there is a chance, so I'll mention it. That our yoga is not only asana, pranayama, and relaxation that we presented now, but what we really believe is yoga chakra. Yoga chakra consists of 6 types of yoga branches. Hatha yoga, which is asana, pranayama, and little of meditation. Raj Yoga is more for mind, which is meditation more, pranayama meditation more. Kriya Yoga, which is for more psyche kind of thing. These are practices. But there are other half of Yoga Chakra, which is Karma Yoga. Your action, how you are doing your action. Working, doing action is karma, is activity. But when you make it karma yoga, there are certain principles added to it. In every activity, you do it with the best of your ability. Not because you are doing, continue to do. Not that way. You have full heart into it and you put in all your skill and do best. One aspect.
Okay. Should I add something now?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. So what I would like to see is more and more people, taking to yoga and not just as a practice, as Swamiji mentioned, but to put it into their daily life so that, they can get the benefits. I have benefited so much from yoga in all aspects. And we seem to think that yoga is just asana and pranayam, but it's not. It's so much more. Asana and pranayam are part of yoga, a smaller part of yoga. But now I feel that we should move forward and take it forward and, even evolve in a spiritual manner, because some of the practices are so good. Improve ourselves as human beings. I mean, just that. And I am so astounded at the changes that it has brought within me that I would love to share that with everyone. And I would love everyone to benefit from those, from the same kind of experience that I've had. So I'm so passionate about yoga, and I would love to see everyone, taking it up with full commitment and seriousness, and I don't know, and reaping the benefits. That's my whole idea.
Villie, thank you very much. It looks like there's a lot for us to find out more about. So thank you, and thank you everybody for this session. I think I will bring the meeting to a close now at this time.
Actually, before we bring the meeting to an end, just Yazdi, could you show that slide with the websites, because somebody had put in that.
Ah, yes, right.
So
You need the website.
Yeah.
Natalie,
Oh, that's very nice.
Natalie, I think Shehnaz has to say a few words.
Shehnaz, would you like to say something?
After you're done with the slide.
Thank you.
Okay. Shehnaz, over to you.
Thank you, Daruwalla. Swami Nirmalananda Saraswati ji, versus my dear friend Both of you have become so dear today to us, for bringing to us. Some of us, it is a recall. For some of us, let us start again. And we wish that you keep on with this mission of making a change in people's lives with your, the way you do yoga and the way you carry it forward. The Shanti Path for me was magical. It was after a long time. I heard it last in my children's school. It was magical. It was calming. It was effective. The Yoga Nidra. Yoga Nidra, when I use it with my students, some of them fall asleep. You have to tell them, wake up. But we've realized it's such a valuable tool. Yoga Nidra with visualization is the most powerful tool. And today you brought it back to it's like bringing our sense from the subconscious to the conscious. You've given us a new lease of yoga today. Thank you so much for being ambitious. Thank you so much, Swamiji. Thank you so much. We women, thank you so much for all the work we do behind the scenes and doing wonderful webinars. Because after every webinar, we know we touch lives. Thank you, Yazdi, for being there for us, so that there are no glitches and we go and move along seamlessly like the pranayam and the asana. The last one you did was so amazing. I just felt that I am going. It's so beautiful, seamless. So thank you. And before I let go all of you ladies, happy Navroz, Jamshedji Navroz to all of us. New beginnings, new life. Everything is new. Navroz Mubarak to all. And Swamiji, thank you very much for assistance. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Beros, for
thank you, Villie.
Working with
Thank you, everyone.
And thank you, Swamiji.
Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Yazdi, and whoever, all of those, Tarishma, everyone for being.
It was a great time we had together. Thank you. Navroz Mubarak to all. Yes, Dane Panabad.
Yes. And thank you, Swamiji. I think Swamiji is not.
Oh, Swamiji,
yeah, she's there.
Swamiji, thank you so much.
She's there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Thank you, Swamiji, and thank you, Villie, for a lovely, lovely, enlightening evening.
Thank you, ladies, gentlemen, all of you. Good night from India. Have a nice day to the West.
Good night. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you.